In tonight's cover story, if you've ever wondered why am I still paying more at the grocery store, you are not alone.
In 2021 and 2022, American consumers got hit with historic spikes in costs associated with a number of factors, including COVID. WGN's Joel Hillary explains.
According to experts, we're paying 25% more for groceries than we were before the pandemic. It's an unwelcome boost that's hit low-income families particularly hard. But on a positive front, costs are leveling out. Whether you love it or not, shopping at the grocery store,
You find everything okay?
is something most of us have to do. Overall, the grocery prices have skyrocketed, you would say.
Absolutely, absolutely, 100%.
Milk, eggs, all of those prices has increased.
Daniel Berger likes to shop at Living Fresh Market, an independent grocery store in Forest Park. Like many items, he says fresh herbs that were $4 or $5 a few months ago have gone up in cost.
I don't have much in this cart, and it's probably at close to $100.
To get to the root of why grocery prices spiked, Philip Braun, a clinical professor of finance at Northwestern University's Kellogg School of Management, and Bharat Ramamurthy, former deputy director of the White House National Economic Council, shed some light.
What we found is that really a handful of goods are the things that are driving a lot of the increase in prices.
So prices of food products have gone up on average 25% since the beginning of the pandemic, while the general inflation rate's been around 20%.
Professor Braun says some of the foods with the highest inflation since the start of the pandemic include all types of meat, eggs, frozen non-carbonated juices and drinks, which include items like frozen orange juice and frozen vegetable drinks, juice, and cereal. Factors like labor supply disruptions, bird flu, and the war between Russia and Ukraine pushing costs up for wheat and fertilizer products contribute to sticker shock at checkout.
Ukraine is one of the largest wheat providers in the world. With the Russian embargo, Russia is the largest exporter of fertilizer in the world, so it makes it more expensive to grow any crops.
Consumer demand during COVID played a role too.
Right after the pandemic, the demand for food products went way through the roof. And so we saw revenue at all the major food producers go way up. And the profit margins in 2021 were high. But they've come down since then.
A recent Groundwork Collaborative report that Ramamurthy co-authored claims certain manufacturing and retail corporations, particularly in the meat processing, snack, and beverage industries, have taken advantage of the recent global inflation surge to raise profit margins at the shopper's expense.
What you can see is during the pandemic, sure, some costs went up. So there were fewer hogs, there were fewer cows available that caused those prices to go up. But then the margins that the companies took on those went up even more. So actually the companies did very, very well and secured larger profits. What all that meant was that the prices that consumers paid at the end of the day were much, much higher.
I think I saw ground beef $3.99 a pound.
Yeah.
How much has that gone up since?
Oh, it used to be, about $121 a pound.
Melody Winston, senior executive at Living Fresh Market, says setting grocery prices is based off factors tied to getting food to the grocery store, like buying goods from suppliers, along with labor and transportation. To give shoppers some relief, on Tuesdays, the store offers 15% off everything. Melody says they also partner with local vendors to help keep prices down.
Because of the collaboration in marketing and selling, you don't have to pay those big high ticket prices for food, but you still get something that's a great product.
Before food ever hits the shelves, of course, we know much of what we eat starts off on a farm. On a rainy day in April, we met up with farmer Kaylee Heap.
My husband and I operate a fifth-generation farm.
Heap's giant pumpkin farm is a part of the 160-acre Heap Farm in Minooka, Illinois. Along with harvesting pumpkins, the farm also grows corn and soybeans. Kaylee says, like consumers, coming out of the pandemic, the farm experienced increased costs, particularly for fertilizer seed, fuel, and labor. But she says increased expenses for farmers aren't driving up prices in stores.
We don't control what the input costs are or necessarily what the market is buying our products for. We're kind of dealing with the same thing with the increased expenses.
Experts say it's unlikely we'll see grocery store prices return to what they were before COVID. But on a positive, Ramamurthy says they've leveled out and some items are slowly dropping.
If you look at what companies are saying on their earnings calls and their reports, they recognize that consumers are tapping out when it comes to higher prices and are shifting away to lower cost options, and that's putting pressure on them to keep their prices where they are or actually bring them down.
Back in Forest Park, Daniel says to help keep money in his pockets, he's picked up gardening and is serious about learning how to supply his own food.
It's one of those things that make you want to, just try your best at doing things on your own, trying to be self-sufficient.
The Groundwork Collaborative study also highlights how the Biden administration has increased SNAP benefits for 42 million low-income Americans to help pay for groceries and urge companies to pass cost savings on to shoppers. Reporting on the North Side, I'm Jewel Hillary, WGN News.